The world is in peril.
A vampire.
Yeah.
Sorry, proceed.
So the world. It is.
There
tis
will
in
be no
peril.
more Billy Corgan on this podcast. So, world is in peril.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow you are in charge. You are the Amanda Waller
Okay.
in charge of putting together this squad. I'm putting together a team.
Who's
All right.
Amanda Waller?
Amanda Waller is the Nick Fury of DC.
DC. Yeah.
Who's Nick Fury?
Nick Fury
No, no.
is the Samuel L. Jackson character with the iPad.
I know that, but who is he?
He's
So
the leader.
He's
of
the human
Shield.
who's like
I was
in
like, that's
charge
all
of
I
all
know is that he's Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, he's the superhero. He's the human in charge of all the superheroes.
He's the camp counselor.
He's the
the
team
superhero
manager?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's the athletic director.
He sets the lineup.
exactly.
He's the GM.
He's the manager. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay, Amanda Waller.
So
I get to be her.
you are in charge of putting together this 4-person squad.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
4-person. Okay.
The only rules
Mm-hmm.
are no Superman level heroes or villains,
Okay.
and no Omega level mutants.
Okay.
So you're talking about like dudes that are like indestructible.
Yeah, so
like,
no-
with like one little Achilles heel.
Like no reality bending bullshit. Like
Okay. Can't spin around the world.
You
and make
mentioned
time go backwards.
You mentioned Dr. Manhattan. I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
Dr. Manhattan.
Huh?
I know who he is.
You know who I'm saying.
No,
You know those superheroes for some reason.
and the best part is like he's not even like a superhero. He's just like cursed.
Like that's what I mean. Like you don't
His
even watch
Adam- his-
superhero movies, but somehow this dystopian
I
superhero
love
because you
Watchmen.
love the Watchmen.
Watchmen's amazing.
Watchmen is it's a very good movie.
It's
I
like one
enjoy it.
I've read like one graphic novel, and that is Watchmen.
So do we have to stick with one particular play? Can we pick and choose from whoever we want?
I would rather you pick and choose.
Okay. Can we match like anti-villains or anti-heroes with like actual heroes? Okay.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. Ooh, boy. Ooh, I like this a lot.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So I get 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
I'll start building a list here.
Believe it or not, as crazy as this is with the immense amount of options available, the number one overall pick, regular ass human being, Batman.
Yes. Yes,
Cool.
Batman.
Somehow, I don't know why, it's just incredible writing. He has the ultimate plot armor. It's Batman finds a way.
It is absolutely any argument that I've seen on Reddit where it's
Doesn't
like
even matter if you
Bat-
break his spine in half.
Yeah, it's like could Batman beat this person? Could Batman beat this person? It's like with enough time.
How much time does he
How
got?
much time does he got? Because he can't beat him.
And he has the resources.
He absolutely does. Flushed with cash.
Boy billionaire.
Not just the plot armor, though, but for the detective Batman reasons, I needed a
Yes.
leader,
Mm-hmm.
a tactician, a guy that's not going to give emotional decisions to these a gang of psychopaths that I'm putting together here.
Adjusted for inflation, is the Wayne family worth billions at this point?
Oh yeah, they got to be
Bro, they was worth billions in. What you
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, he like debuted in the 30s.
Bro, I bet he was a billionaire then.
Okay.
Like maybe a billion, but...
One singular billion.
Yeah.
So, Batman leading the group.
Okay.
Yes.
Surly Batman.
Certainly.
That's what we need. I'm putting Wonder Woman in here
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because I need this not to be the sausage fest that it could potentially be. And Wonder Woman can hang with the boys.
This is
with
fair.
the best of them.
Blocking bullets and stuff with their wrists.
She's like
Gangsta.
basically a god.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
It speaks for itself. So Wonder Woman is the other one. There's also sexual tension worth watching between
with her and
Batman and Wonder Woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The other two have tension.
Alfred. Is for bats.
The other two have tension between the two of them, which I think could be fun and entertaining. But when they're working together, holy crap! The other two, I got the Hulk and Wolverine.
Oh, yes.
Just
All
Okay, I'm
right.
about it.
indestructible forces.
Yeah.
Plus, I really want to see how Batman and Logan interact. I feel like that'd be really fun.
Oh man, that'd be a great buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Batman and
Bad cop and worse cop.
Yes. Man, you got a lot of gruff individuals in here.
Yep.
I like this.
Thought we were doing bad cop, bad cop.
It's like they get into it all the time, and somehow Batman comes out on top, and Logan cannot figure out how the hell he does it. Like,
Goku and Vegeta.
Yes. All right, I'll go next.
Okay.
My first pick, right off the bat,
Spider-Man.
I did not include Spider-Man in this.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
I did not include Spider-Man in this. My first pick,
shit.
when you brought this up, immediately, Batman. Batman is on my because he will win. He just will. He will win. Given enough time and planning, it's going to happen. Can't not have Batman on this team. And also, as he is the leader of my team as well.
I love it. All these superheroes, like, damn human spirit.
Yes.
Perseveres.
All right, my next one is from the Marvel Universe. That is Agent Venom. Y'all familiar with Agent Venom? That is Flash Thompson's Venom persona when he gets the symbiote suit. And he is an anti-hero.
Okay.
He's not a full-on villain, not a full-on hero. But he turns into almost like a soldier version of Venom. And he's got all the badassness of the symbiote and the drive of like that soldier mentality of like that Captain America mentality, but inside of a villain kind of. So Agent Venom, that's my number 2. Plus
right.
he just mashes, dude. He's got the brute strength and everything. I picked one from the X-Men, which I'm not super familiar with. I didn't watch a ton of X-Men when I was growing up, but there's one that I've always been drawn to just because he's so cool and he's like a little gnat. He's just a little pesky guy. Nightcrawler.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Nightcrawler.
Okay.
I love him with his little, he's got so many cool powers. Not just the teleportation is obviously the coolest part, but like, he kind of has Spider-Man-ish powers because he can cling to pretty much anything, and he's got like the really good camouflage that he can do.
I believe Nightcrawler was the child of Mystique and Mephisto.
Oh. Dang.
I think you are.
I did not know that.
The son of mutant supervillain Mystique, believed to be born out of her short affair with Azazel.
Oh, Azazel. That's
Okay,
right.
Azazel.
That's right. Okay, the other.
And then rounding out my team is a supermind. Big, very, very smart guy. Probably one of the most intelligent guys in the Marvel Universe, and that is Arnim Zola.
Really?
Yes, Arnim Zola. Christopher, I know you don't know who this is,
No,
so I will
that's one
tell
I've
you.
not heard of.
So he is, I'll just read straight from his Wikipedia page, a master of biochemistry. Basically what he does is he's about to die and uploads his consciousness into a computer program. And so he is later portrayed as like this big robot with his head projected in the middle of it, like on a screen.
Okay.
And he just he's incredibly super intelligent. He is a Nazi. So Batman's going to have to beat that out of him before he joins the team.
Dude, if Captain America didn't beat it out of him.
Right.
I mean, wasn't the old rocket scientist guy for the America? He was a Nazi, so I mean.
Yeah. But
Whoa, hold on! I gotta be very clear. I'm not defending Nazis.
right.
It's like complete silence from me.
But yeah, he's the
Arnim Zola.
Arnim Zola, and the robot that he creates is awesome. It's he's got superhuman strength, and he has some mind control abilities. He has like mind transfer ability. He's able to do a little bit of that stuff because he's just so damn smart. So I need someone behind the scenes. He's like my electronics and technological tactician, the bringing you down from behind the wires.
I feel like, so if you had like a fifth member that like stayed at the fortress, cool. But
he
like,
is kind of your.
I need somebody whooping ass in the field, man.
That's why I've got Batman and I've got Agent Venom. They're out there
Yeah,
whooping
yeah,
ass,
honestly.
and Nightcrawler's creating chaos in the shadows and everything, and
They should
Arnim
mash
Zola
whooping.
is pulling the electronical strings in the background.
Arnim Zola. Like I wish you like. I know he's talking about like cartoon or comic book Arnim Zola.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
And not the one from.
The MCU.
But holy crap! If you knew the character he was talking about from the NCU,
I know.
and then that being the individual that he chose to put on this freaking team, this dweeby little
Yes.
Smeagol mixed with fucking I don't know what's the Igor,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. Well, there you go. That's my team.
We all chose X-Men.
Oh, okay.
I did not choose Batman, although it would not have been an incorrect choice. It would have been easy to choose Batman.
Yeah.
Not easy in that sense, but just like it's Batman, man.
It's just that's nuts that's the easy choice.
Right.
Well, I mean, especially if you take the god power off the table of Superman and whatnot, then it's
yeah.
well, who's not super at all? Oh, Batman. But mutants, yeah, mutants. So my favorite X-Men growing up, and it still probably is my favorite X-Men, but I just always thought this dude was cool. I don't know if it's because I had glasses or whatnot, but dude, Cyclops, man.
Cyclops.
Laser
Cyclops.
eyes.
Yeah, Cyclops is a really cool X-Man.
I almost should have not included Cyclops. He's that strong.
Yeah, he is. He does have some.
There's a reason he's the leader of the X-Men.
Is he the leader? I don't. That's how much I follow the X-Men.
I don't care what Logan says.
Yeah.
Cyclops is stupid strong. That like all of the that Professor X did was it was kind of like Jean Grey. It was like to tame his powers.
Yes.
What does he have besides laser eyes?
So the laser eyes is not really laser eyes. What his eyes open up a portal to another dimension that's like just destruction
Jesus Christ.
or something like that. Like I don't want to get that
Good
completely wrong, but I'm
Lord.
pretty sure that's what happens there.
So on Wikipedia, it says his abilities are optic blasts, spatial awareness, energy resistant. He's an expert pilot,
Okay.
master tactician and strategist, and master martial artist and
Oh.
hand-to-hand combatant.
Beat up. So he's got some ass whooping
Yes,
going on.
yeah, he will beat the bricks off of anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, like all his goggles tame the lasers.
Yes.
It's insane.
Well, speaking of beating the bricks off of people, the guy who I intended in my squad to be that guy was I guess this is technically Marvel Universe. Is Watchmen, right? It's technically Marvel now.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But I mean, since you mentioned it, I felt like I had to choose a Watchman after that. All right.
Really?
Yeah, I went with Rorschach, dude, because he kicks
Oh,
ass.
dude, Rorschach.
That
Okay.
dude will f you up, man.
Well, and he's got the whole. Has the. I don't want to say like mind manipulation. It's not like a power. His more is just like the powers of persuasion.
yeah,
and
he's
everything.
got that classic con man in him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's not classic con man. No, it's right there in front of your face that he's trying to fool you. Like that is not classic con man.
But it works.
And it
Cannot
works
believe
every
you put
time.
Rorschach
It works.
in this thing.
I like the
dude.
pick. I like the Rorschach pick.
He is. He
That
will-
and the group just needs an asshole as well, and so
Yep.
he's got to do. He's gonna
he
fill that
is
role.
So likely to be like, this group is wrong. I'm gonna kill them all.
I'm gonna beat you down with my depression.
But he's not the guy in my group that I've got in here to talk our way out of things. That's the last guy.
Okay.
So this next one is from the Disney Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
I chose Elastigirl
Okay.
because DEI and two. Damn.
Oh my God! Did you know your sister was in The Incredibles? She was Elastigirl. She played Elastigirl's dump truck ass.
That and just
It's not just a dump truck ass. Something about Holly Hunter's voice is hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
This chew on word thing that she does that it works.
Yeah.
And lastly, to talk our way out of things, from the SpongeBob SquarePants cinematic universe.
Oh my God.
Man Ray.
Man Ray.
Excuse me, is this your wallet?
Is this your wallet? I found this ID in this wallet.
Yep.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Man Ray. Oh, Chris.
It's not my wallet.
You got like the team of misfit
You've
toys
just
over here.
on my questionnaire here. What you've done here. You just pissed all over it.
Hey, Man Ray was able to convince them to melt him out of the stuff.
That's
I mean,
right, he
Powers of
was.
persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I can just picture like Rorschach trying to like.
Can you imagine him and Man Ray having a
Yeah.
conversation?
Like, ugh.
Like, I feel like Elastigirl and Cyclops could be very reasonable, level-headed people in this
Mm-hmm.
group. And then you've got Man Ray.
I don't know, bro. Elastigirl is not reasonable. What are you talking about? That woman is hot-headed.
Fine piece of ass, though, too.
Welcome to the Ranger Zone. We are three monomaniacally obsessed Texas Rangers fanatics, semi-qualified to dish out our takes like hot cakes from the fans to the front office. I am Robbie Belusic.
I am Chris Green.
I am Tony Cook.
We have a fantastic episode for you today, the fourth and final installment of Beast of the Best. We are going to round out our four-part series with the last positions of pitcher and catcher and designated hitter. But before we do that, how about a little bit of news?
It's the news.
And it's views.
First up here in the news, Jake Berger's favorite Pokemon is Zapdos.
Excellent choice.
Boo.
What a great choice.
Boo.
Compared to, so it was just some TikTok that I saw that I think just the league put out on the league's channel, and they were asking a bunch of players around the league, who was your favorite? Who's your favorite? And of course, over half of them were like, Pikachu, Pikachu,
Oh, I think I saw that
Pikachu,
one. Yeah,
Pikachu.
yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to discredit anybody whose favorite Pokemon is Pikachu.
Yeah,
because
we are.
outside of... You hush your mouth. Outside of my favorite... If I can't pick Pikachu, I do have a favorite. But, dude, Pokemon got me with that hook... With the hook, line, and sinker of the franchise's mascot. I love that little yellow mouse.
I'm surprised more people didn't say Klefki.
Who was... I think it was... I can't remember who it was. I want to say maybe Jordan Walker... Of the Cardinals was like Dialga, and I was like, damn, okay, this guy knows.
You collect.
Yeah, I was like, okay, great. But and I know we brought this up in the last cold open or two cold opens ago, but I don't remember if we touched on our absolute all-time favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, we just did like a team.
That's right. So I would like to pose the question: who is your all-time favorite? Mine is Golurk.
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 Go look up Golurk.
I love Golurk. He's great.
Oh, this guy. Okay.
Yeah, he's badass.
Is he in like a stage 1 or 2?
2.
He's stage 2, so he's like a third evolution. Or
Second.
ev-
He only has two. He only has two. His base evolution is Golett,
Okay.
and then evolves into Golurk, and then that's it.
Um,
And I don't believe he doesn't have a mega evolution. So
I'm gonna go with the OG 150, and I really have been on a big Starmie kick lately.
oh, Starmie's
Starmie
great.
and cool, man.
This is difficult. Like just one?
Just one.
Like if you had to just level this thing up to 100 and blast through
This
the game.
this is your friend, the one that is following you around through all of your journeys outside your Pokeball. This is your ride or die homie, or homegirl, or non-binary friend, because some of them don't have genders.
Ditto.
My brain. Oh no.
Oh no! You know you like Aerodactyl.
I was gonna go with Gyarados.
Oh.
Gyarados is a solid choice.
That's the one that popped in my mind first, and I kept trying to convince myself it wasn't.
Man, that sounds like it's Gyarados.
Yeah.
All right. Gyarados it is. All right, next up here in the news, Josh Young, the jungly cat, was awarded Player of the Month for the Texas Rangers. He is back, boys, and in a big way. It's no wonder why he got the Player of the Month for the Rangers. I don't know who ended up getting it for the actual league in the American League. If one of y'all wants to look it up, it should be late enough here in May for them to have awarded that. But In April, Josh Young slashed 381, 448, 655, and a 1.103 OPS. That is an 84 at-bats. And during that, totaled 11 doubles in the
They
month.
have not announced it yet.
Okay. 4 home runs and 17 RBIs in that month. And also walked 10 times and only struck out 12 in those 84 at-bats. Josh Young doing Josh Young things that we have wanted him to do, and it makes me so very excited to have him on this team. And I hope it is sustainable. So far, it's May 3rd right now. I think we've only played 2 games in the month of May, but he's been doing the same things he's been doing in April.
He keep playing like that. He gonna find himself starting the All-Star game again.
Yeah, he just might. He very well just might. All right, and last up here in the news, some injury news. Wyatt Langford was placed on the 10-day IL with a grade 1, that is the lowest grade, flexor strain in his right forearm. This was back on April 22nd. Then he was making his rehab appearances in Arizona this week, and he re-aggravated the injury. And it was announced yesterday, Saturday, May 2nd, that Langford would be shut down for a whole week and then begin rehab assignments again at a later date.
He took like 1 at bat in a rehab game and had to sit out.
Yep. So this suggests that he will be out for multiple weeks before returning to the big league club. And thank you to Sean McFarland of the DMN for this little anecdote. This is the 5th soft tissue injury to send Wyatt Langford to the IL in 2 seasons. That is a lot of soft tissue injuries.
Like this year and last year, or including 2024?
I think this is including 2024.
Okay. That's still, even then, a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of really like nitpicky.
Especially considering you already got another guy that's got that same problem.
Yeah.
Corey Seager.
And you don't want to see that in a guy this young.
Yeah.
But it also
And Evan Carter's back is made of glass.
But it also gives you, his body's got time to adjust still.
Right.
Like, we're not worried about him declining health-wise anytime soon. So he's got time to figure it out and have his body adjust.
Yeah. Maybe if his forearms weren't so damn big like Popeye.
Yeah,
that might be the problem. Stop with the forearm workouts, bro.
Just another reminder, this is really the first off-season he hasn't been attempting to do something different at a major league level
Yeah.
in several seasons.
That's true.
Like 4 years ago, that dude was a catcher. You know what I mean?
always forget that.
So
Damn.
it's a lot of adjustments. He's still got time to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, and that is all for the news. Okay, it's meat and potato time, and there's a lot of meat and there's a lot of potatoes because we're going through, like I said earlier, the 4th edition of Beast of the Best.
Did you say steak?
The first position we will talk about is only half a position because it is the designated hitter.
Remember that time pitchers sucked so bad that they had to take them out of batting?
Yeah, I do. You know what's funny? I was thinking the other day that I kind of miss pitchers hitting.
Dude, I totally miss pitchers.
I kind of miss it.
I was always pro pitcher hitting.
Well, when a pitcher did well hitting, it was always like when Brian Scalabrine used to get in the game and like hit a 3, he'd be like, "Yeah, the white guy."
Madison Bumgarner hit a home run.
Yeah.
It was, be one of those kind of situations.
Yes. But I would maybe there's some system later on down the line where, the teams get to vote in the World Series like, "Hey, do you want your pitchers to hit?" Or
it was also exploitable if you did have a pitcher that could hit. Like a Carlos Zambrano start was not an automatic out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Zach Greinke could hit.
Jacob deGrom was also a fairly decent hitter, I believe, when he was when he was
an outfielder in college
with the Mets.
Zach Greinke was famous for saying in his major league career that he wanted to hit 10 home runs and steal 10 bases. He finished with 9 each.
Oh man! Oh, what a heartbreak!
Yep.
That's going to stick in his neurodivergent brain forever.
Yeah.
Not more than the fact that he was like less than 40 strikeouts away from 3,000.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, so for
I
the
like that guy. I don't care how many people he pisses
I
off.
think he's a Hall of Famer.
all right, so for the first DH, which is the third best DH by WAR in a single season, Christopher is going to take it away.
Do we have to?
We have
we
to.
have to.
Okay.
We have
All
to.
right.
Man, poison the roster.
So,
Literally and figuratively.
he put up a 3.0 WAR season in 1994. That is Jose Canseco. So how do you make this list in a strike-shortened season, 1994?
How do you do it, Chris?
Steroids!
Oh!
Jose was juiced, and he put on a show to prove it. A year after the doink off the dome, the Rangers outfielder coming off, blowing out his elbow in a position player pitching appearance, hit 31 bombs in only 111 games.
Only he could do that.
For real. Like, that's, like... Everybody knows off the doink off the dome and everything, but my dad will bring that up all the time. He's like, he blew out his elbow and missed the rest of the year because he tried to pitch as hard as he could coming in a relief appearance. So ridiculous. I could do it, coach. Let me in. So, along with the 19 doubles and 2 triples with those 31 bombs, he slugged a 552, which is pretty dang good.
Yeah.
In a 939 OPS. So he didn't one dot, but he had the 69 walks. Nice. Which was
Nice.
on a per plate appearance basis was by far the best in his career. There was years where he drew a few more walks, but nothing on that. He played 160 games those years or whatever.
Right.
So he finished 11th in the MVP voting because apparently they did still give out awards that year. But more importantly, he introduced our clubhouse to anabolic steroids.
He sure did.
Yeah, and it put a huge stain on our franchise's first run of success. I like this guy a lot. Yeah.
He grounded into a American League leading 20 double plays that year.
In
as well.
94?
Yes,
oh
he
my
did.
gosh, I believe that.
So I bet he was so frustrating.
Rally killer.
So Joey Gallo baseball mindset.
Yeah. And really looking over his stat page was not as overwhelming as I would have expected it to potentially be. Because really, once he left Oakland, he's just not the same player. He hung around for another decade or so, maybe almost 15 years after leaving Oakland, but it was rough.
Yeah. There's a very sharp drop off after. Even the couple years after he left here, because he was with Boston for 2 years, he had a 2.6 and then another 3.0, and then it was just kind of middling, and then he did have a 2.7 out in 99. That was his last All-Star year. But he played.
Is that with the Rays?
Yeah, he has the Rays. Just the Rays.
Mm.
He was juiced out of his gourd with the Rays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That was 39-year-old Canseco or whatever, so...
There's this company, I think it's Barstool who actually does it, and it's called Backyard Brawls. It is not even semi-professional. It is straight up just amateur boxing.
Oh my gosh.
And it's typically done, and the ones that I've watched, it's up in the Northeast and even a little bit down south on the eastern side of the United States, where they just get people who think they are fighters, and it is the funniest thing to watch.
Is this an off-branch of the Kimbo Slice from back in the day?
I think so. And it's it's legit. They're in a ring and they've got boxing gloves and they hired strippers.
Oh my gosh.
They hired local strippers to be the card girls in the ring. And then they even vote on them at the end, just who's the hottest one.
Oh my god, this has to be Barstool.
But Jose Canseco was in one of these fights because they used to. I don't think they do it anymore, but they try to get someone famous to come and fight, and Jose Canseco was one of them. I don't even think he lasted one round. I don't even think he threw any punches. I think he may have
just absorbed them.
I think he might have dodged one or two half-hearted throws from his opponent, but then tried to make a quick jolt from one side to the other and blew out his knee, and the fight was over. Down goes Canseco.
He is brittle.
And you got knocked out in a non-contact injury.
Yes, he did.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. Board games.
Yes, board games brings us to our second best DH performance by WAR in a single season for the Rangers. Tony has this gentleman. Who he be?
It's Parker Bradley.
Y'all remember Milton Bradley?
Marlon Bird?
That's got to be racist.
Why did it MB and MB?
Yeah, so he was a Ranger for this season and somehow did incredibly well and made this list.
This was better than I remembered it.
It was better than I remembered it, too. I was like, really? So, Milton Bradley batted .321 this season. It was sixth in all of baseball.
Wow.
His OPS was .999.
Ooh, so close.
Fourth in all of baseball.
That's insane.
He slugged .563. That was good enough for ninth in all of baseball. And his OBP was .436. That's third, behind only Chipper Jones and Albert Pujols among everyone who plays baseball in 2008.
Yeah,
And that's prime machine.
that OBP and the OPS both led the American League.
Oh, wow.
I believe that's a mistake as well with that OPS.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that 999 is not quite the best. I believe it was. If you look, Manny Ramirez one dotted, and for some reason
wonder
that's
why.
not represented on there.
That's strange.
Steroid.
I wonder if Manny Ramirez wasn't technically
Maybe he didn't play enough.
But yeah,
games.
he didn't
500?
qualify.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. He didn't. I think it's 500 at bats. I think you have to have
Over a year.
Yeah, or plate appearances. One.
Okay.
Manny Ramirez had a 1.031. That's really weird. He had 552 at bats, 654 plate appearances. I wonder why it's not qualified. Oh, he played for two different teams that season.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why.
Did he go ALNO?
Yes.
Yep,
that is why.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
We figured it out.
Yep. Okay. So this was his lone All-Star nod. Came in this year in 08. Milton Bradley played 100 games at DH for us in 2008.
Dang.
He had started a total of 8 games at DH his entire career before this point.
You said 8 games,
8
his
games
whole career as a DH?
before this point.
Holy crap.
And the dude clearly had been a DH cosplaying as a corner outfielder for the better part of the last decade. Are baseball GMs really this stupid, or did Bradley just miss his glove? Because he went right back to playing outfield for 100 games with the Cubs the next season. But this man was freaking Edgar Martinez in 08.
Our left fielder in 08 was Brandon Boggs. So I don't know why the hell he wasn't
Yeah.
a mighty .8 WAR Boggs put up in left field while, going 5+ with Milton Bradley. Almost said Marlon Bird.
You want to do it again? 32 doubles, 133 hits, 22 home runs, and 77 RBI were all either career highs or second best with far less at-bats.
Wild.
He had a season in 04 with the Dodgers with comparable power numbers, but really by far his most complete offensive season. A true career year and the most consistent bat on an offense featuring Hambone's breakout season and, of course, the captain, Michael Young.
Mm-hmm.
If only any of those guys could pitch...
Yeah.
That Rangers team had a negative run differential despite those potent bats, scoring 765 runs and giving up 831.
Jesus.
Vicente Padilla, Kevin Millwood, Scott Feldman, Matt Harrison, and Kaysen with a K Gabbert.
Yeah. Who?
You remember Kaysen with a K Gabbert?
I do not.
Good.
These were some
That
dark.
certainly wasn't a K for strikeout.
This is coming a season after Cameron with a K low. So
Oh my gosh. A very late All-Star nod for him because he only played 3 more seasons after that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he kind of had a meltdown at the end of that next Cubs season and got suspended
Yeah.
for like the last
He
month
had-
or so.
He had some kind
It may have not have been a month. It may have been like the last couple weeks.
like deviation? issues or something?
I don't know, but
He had something off the field that wasn't pretty.
he
I can't
definitely had a
remember what
lot
it
of
was.
on the field issues with getting kicked out of games and then throwing tantrums and throwing equipment
yeah.
on the field, and that he was that kind of guy.
He said, "Bitch, I put up 5 WAR."
Yeah. And then put up 0.3 with Chicago the next year, and then 0 with Seattle the following year, and then another 0 with Seattle the last year, where he only played 28 games.
Replacement level.
He
So they
says,
replaced
"'Cause my
him.
name Milton Bradley don't mean I play games, boy."
All right, well, that will take us to the best DH performance for a Texas Rangers by WAR in a single season, and that is Rafael Palmeiro in 1999 with another 5.2 WAR, same as Bradley.
Don't call him Will Clark.
Don't call him Will Clark.
Who would do that? The fact that like Will Clark's a dick. That's the only like,
Yeah, I mean, Rafael Palmeiro, he may have wagged his finger at Congress, but he's not a dick.
like everybody hates Will Clark.
That's true. My dad included.
So this was Rafi's first year of his second and final stint with the Texas Rangers that ended in 2003. This was also Rafi's fourth and last year as an All-Star, his second and last with a Gold Glove, as well as his second and last year with a Silver Slugger Award. He also found himself fifth on the MVP ballot, the highest he'd ever been in his career.
Nice.
The batting average for him was 8th in the league, 10th in the American League. On base percentage, 16th in the league, 9th in the American League. Slugging was 6th in the league, 2nd in the American League, behind Manny Ramirez at .663. And
That's
OPS,
insane. .663. What the?
that was Manny Ramirez, I know.
What the?
And OPS was 5th in the league, 2nd in the American League, again behind Manny Ramirez.
Who did he get traded to Boston from? I could have sworn it was Cleveland, which would have been American League to American League.
Yeah, it was Cleveland. This was him in Cleveland still, I think, in '99.
So that still doesn't explain why he wasn't on that OPS list. Because that was American League to American League.
Was
That was a different year.
Do what?
That was 2008 or 2006 with Milton Bradley. This is '99.
Yeah, this is 99.
Who was he traded? Tampa? Is that what no,
Oh, so
still
this
American
is,
League.
So this is Manny leaving Boston to
I
go
guess,
somewhere else.
yeah. I
Uh,
guess
Eddie-
The Dodgers.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
The Dodgers.
right. Oh, the Doyers.
That's yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. He was still good for a minute there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So back to Rafi.
So sorry to interrupt.
His slash line was 324, 420, nice, 630, and 1.050.
Goodness
Ooh.
gracious, that's
Yes.
stanky.
Yeah, Rafi had it was nuts. All of which of these are career highs for him in his only season to 1 dot. He also had a career high 47 home runs, a feat he accomplished again in 2001, just 2 years later.
Nice.
Had career high RBIs with 148.
Sheesh.
And his home run total was good for second best in the American League, only one behind Ken Griffey Jr., and fourth in the entire league because this was the storied This was the storied home run roid race between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. Big Mac, of course, winning that battle 65 to Sammy's 63. And then this is where I would normally turn to his defense, but we're just talking about designated hitting. So, on to some deeper dive and quirkier stats for Rafi. So he was awarded the AL Player of the Month in June and August of 1999. Why? Well, because in June he slashed 369, 437, 621, and 1.058 with 30 RBI. And August
God.
slashed 318, 383, 782 slug, and a 1.165 OPS, with 15 of those 47 home runs coming in that month alone.
That mustache was taking care of business.
Yes, and had 39 RBI in August as well. So, and I did want to call out May, even though he didn't win the monthly award, because someone somehow outshined his godlike May month, where he slashed 404, 487, 737, and 1.224 OPS. Dude balled pretty much all throughout the year.
Can you imagine a major leaguer doing that like today?
No way.
Not named Aaron Judge.
Right, yeah, no kidding. So in 1999, he did play a little bit of first base, but only 28 games to his 128 games at DH. And the splits were nearly identical. He bat over, whether he was DHing or at first base, he bat over 300. He had over 400 on base, over 600 slugging, and over a 1. OPS. But the interesting part was that he pinch hit only twice in that season. The first was on July 15th, where he logged a walk, and the second on August 16th at Jacobs Field in Cleveland, where he mashed a 3-run home run in the 7th inning, giving the Rangers a 7-5 lead, and they would go on to win that game 13-5. There you have it, Rafael Palmeiro. Okay, next we will take you behind the dish. For the catching position, who has the third best single-season WAR performance for the Texas Rangers, Chris?
Jimothy Sundberg. 1978. The man put up 5.4 WAR behind the plate. So, any true Rangers old head will scoff at the fact that Michael Young has his number 10 retired. And it's because this man would be the Rangers' original franchise catcher and the only other franchise catcher besides Pudge. He's probably the face of the Hall of Very Good when it comes to catchers, because he's probably not a Hall of Famer, and you couldn't make a slight argument that he could be in there.
Yeah, he's got 40 WAR.
Yeah,
But just because he's
solid.
a catcher.
Yeah.
and for perspective of how good that still can be, that's probably double the career WAR of Salvador Perez, who is also a very good catcher.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, unlike many others on this list that we've done, his 1978 season isn't like some career year standout. It's more like one of his best seasons of a 5-year stretch grouped together where he was just God behind the plate.
Yeah.
His prime, he's probably the best defensive catcher in the league that wasn't named Johnny Bench, because Johnny Bench is the best catcher of all time. From 1975 to 1980, he did lead the league in putouts. And he led the league in fielding percentage from 76 to 79. And he led the league in runners caught stealing with 78 with 70, which was good for a 48% success rate.
Jeez.
Which is pretty dang good for a catcher.
Yeah, man.
So it was not easy to run on Mr. Jim Sundberg.
I feel like anything in the high 20s now is great.
For real. And people are so much pickier today than they used to be.
Yeah.
That gotta feel like the new pickoff rule helps that too.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, you've thrown over twice, bitch, I'm definitely going now.
Right.
So that year he did finish 15th in the MVP voting.
That's the second year in a row he did that.
Yeah. And he would go on in his career to win the World Series in 1985 with the Royals.
Good for him.
Yeah, before he came back home and called it a career from 88 to 89 with the Texas Rangers. But definitely one of the franchise's all-time players on the old hashtag B Team Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's right. He's in our Hall of Fame, correct?
Yes, he's in the Rangers Hall of Fame, and really could make a good argument that should be a dual number 10 retirement. So.
Yeah, I saw that Seattle just did their dual retirement for
Randy and Ichiro.
Yeah, Randy and Ichiro, because they both wore 51.
Which is such a wild number to have two franchise greats wear.
Our catchers was pretty much just Sundberg and Pudge from 75 to 2000, right?
There was a short period, when he was with the Royals and whatnot, where you had Gino Petralli in here, and was it Dick Slaughton was his name or something like that? There was a little.
Where is his Dick Slaughton?
So there was a little mini dark ages in the late 80s, but
Matt
it was more or less.
Well, not in the 80s,
Not
but
80s.
Matt Train.
Y'all remember Rod Barajas?
Yeah,
I think he's one of our coaches right now.
he is. I think he's our quality assurance coach.
What a quack.
Dude, Sundberg had 6 Gold Gloves.
He was very, very good.
Yeah, from 76 to 81, Gold Gloves every year.
And, like, he wasn't, like, offensive guru like Pudge behind the plate, or definitely no Mike Piazza. But in 78, he hit 278, had a 358 on base percentage. He slugged 380.
Yeah.
His OPS was 739, OPS plus of 109. So he was not an offensive liability at the plate. And very much like today, where even some of your best catchers are still offensive liabilities behind the plate. It was the same back then. The catching position really has never been known for their bats. So the fact that this man was able to hold his own and be like legit elite behind the plate. I haven't heard anything bad about the way that he handled pitching staffs, but I gotta imagine it was good.
Did you mention that he led the American League in putouts?
Yes.
And assists?
I didn't mention assists.
Yeah,
No.
91 assists and double plays.
Nice.
At 14, which would have been a double play as a catcher. What is it, strike him out, throw him out?
Does that count? That's got to count as a double play.
Yeah,
Right?
it should.
Okay.
Is
that a 1-2-5 double play?
Right. Or maybe he was covering the first base on like a slow roller. He trotted down there to catch instead of 3-6-3.
It could also be that thing that Pudge used to do, where it's not even a put out at second after the strikeout on a steal attempt. It's a put out back at first on the walk back to the base.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not paying attention. Bang.
Mm-hmm. Well, good for Jim Sundberg.
Yeah.
All right, that takes us to the second best single season WAR performance by a catcher.
I gotta make a quick asterisk here.
Okay.
So I did slightly break my rules with this inclusion here.
Oh, okay.
So technically, in this season, the guy that caught the most games was some asshat named Jorvit Torrealba.
Yes, he was.
But we're not going to count him because this guy also caught a lot of games that year, and you actually know his name. So
yes.
Proceed.
All right. That is Mike the Dirtbag Napoli.
Napoli.
Your mother did that the other day when I was talking about him. She started the Napoli chant, and I was like, oh, man, this warms my heart. So this is Napoli's 5.5 WAR season in 2011.
Damn.
His highest career WAR. His entire slash line was the highest marks in his career with a 320 batting average. He never hit above 300 after that.
320.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Or before that. With a 414 on base. Never
you can
had...
do that when you finish like 6th or 7th in the lineup.
Yeah.
God, that lineup was insane.
It really was. So, yeah, that 414 on base, never had an OBP above 400. A 631 slugging, again, never had a slug above 600.
Ugh.
And a 1.046 OPS his only one season. So if you include non-qualified players, which he was 68 plate appearances shy of that designation, he would have the second highest OPS in the league and only 0.010 of a percent off of the lead leader Jose Bautista. So he also logged 25 doubles and 30 home runs, good for second career best in both of those, and then 75 RBI. That's good for his third career best.
You guys remember how we got him?
I remember it was from the Angels.
No,
Was it
it's
not?
from the Blue Jays?
But he never played for the Blue Jays.
That's right.
This
Yeah,
was
that's
the
right.
stupidest trade in Angels history. The Angels traded Mike Napoli to the Toronto Blue Jays for Vernon Wells. And Vernon Wells was a good player for the Blue Jays, but was absolute dog dump for the Angels. And then, like,
Local guy, by the way.
yes, Bowie High School, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So, like, 4 days later, it says here. 4 days later, the Blue Jays traded him to us for pitcher Frankie Francisco. I don't know if you guys remember him. Fun remember this guy. So, we traded, like, a decent reliever for Mike Napoli's career year. Meanwhile, our arch nemesis, the Angels, get crap Vernon Wells. And this was more or less when the Angels fell into irrelevancy despite having two generational talents.
Yep. So with Napoli's, prolifically stout season compared to the rest of his career, I was curious why he didn't make the All-Star team. And it was probably because he split his 113-game season up behind the plate for 60 games, at first base for 30 games, and he DH'd for 19 games.
Are you able to look up his monthly splits?
I am.
Because I remember his September, the way he finished that year was on absolute fire.
Yeah, I did see that when I was looking up his stats.
And it continued that shit into the playoffs.
Yeah, he really did.
Oh, my God.
Yes, here, I'll give you his monthly splits.
Because I remember we finished that season with a sweep against the Angels, and it was just like he tore them to shreds.
He really did. Okay, so we've got splits, months. In September, October, this is 21 games, 70 at bats.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Batting average 429.
Oh, my God.
On base was 518.
Over half the time, okay.
The slug was 843. And here's the big one. OPS 1.361.
God.
He also had a 1.320 in July.
Jesus, Mike.
Yeah, man. Mike was feeling himself that
Holy
year.
crap.
So I did compare him side by side to some of the catchers in the American League who did get the All-Star nod, and it is really interesting. So Alex Avila was the starter. Russell Martin was on the bench, and Matt Wieters was on the bench. But if you
These are good guys.
Yeah. If you look at this, Mike Napoli has the highest WAR at 5.5. Avila was at 5.1. Wieters was 5.2, and Russell Martin down there at 2.4. I mean, Napoli leads.
Look at that OPS plus.
Yeah, Napoli leads all of the entire slash line and OPS plus handily from all of these dudes, as well as home runs. The next guy closest was Matt Wieters with 22. The other two guys didn't even hit 20.
Dang, Alex Avila had a good year, though.
He did have a very good year. He played almost the whole year at 141 games.
I think Alex Avila was. I think his dad was like the bench coach on those Detroit teams too. Like I think
he was
playing with his dad
he
or
was
something.
the GM.
Is that what it was?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, he was like playing for his dad or something like
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, so that's why he wasn't on the All-Star team. Just split up a little bit, too much time between a couple of different positions. But still, with a like I said, a prolific season for his entire career. So defensively, behind the dish, he was stellar with an 8.11 range factor per 9 compared to the league average 7.61. That was good for third best in the American League. His caught stealing percentage, also stellar, 36.4% compared to the league average 28. That was good for fourth in the American League. And he also picked off one batter sleeping on the base, and it was his fourth and last pickoff of his career. Big Nap did have a slower start in the first half, slashing only 232, 344, 529, and 873. Not bad by any means. But compared to his second half slash line of 383, 466, 706, and 1.171. Wild stuff in here. This next one, this is a fun one. So in 2011, he only bat under 250 in counts after 3-1, where he would bat 237, and counts after 3-0, where he would bat 111.
What?
Yeah. If it was 3-0, he would, I'm assuming, just try to kill the ball and pop it up or whatever. But in every other count, he was above 250 in batting average. Another one of the fun ones that I saw was that if there were runners in scoring position, he hit 372 and notched 9, almost a third of his home runs when there were runners in scoring position.
Nice.
Yeah. And the last fun fact is that the team he punished the long ball with the most was the Los Angeles Angels, the team he had just kind of left in 2010. Big Nap.
It's another prime reason why it's a shame we didn't win the World Series in 2011, because he definitely would have been World Series MVP in that series.
Yes, he would have.
And then 2, he would be actually remembered as a Texas Ranger and not a Boston Red Sox. So
Yeah. All right, Tony, you have the honor of bringing us
who's it gonna be?
the best catching performance in a single season by WAR.
Drum roll, please.
Right? Like, and the anticipation is palpable. It's Pudge, folks.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Okay. The question is, which one was the best season?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the Sundberg thing, where it's
he's
like
so good.
just like yeah. So guys, I don't really know what you want me to say here. He's simply the best by a country mile to ever do it, at least for the Texas Rangers,
Sure.
and probably second best to ever do it.
Behind
Period.
Johnny Bench.
You could take any year in Pudge's prime, and it would be tops of the catchers on this list. Any year, especially between 96 and 99, would simply be splitting hairs.
Fair.
We went with 97 because somehow it was a higher WAR season than his MVP season, even though their defensive metrics look nearly identically flawless. I don't know how they calculate this wizardry, and quite frankly, it's above my pay grade. Offensively, outside of Piazza, nobody can even polish his Oakleys.
That's very true.
90,
And Piazza's glove is nothing compared to Pudge's.
Absolutely. 98 runs scored, 187 hits, 34 doubles,
Nice.
4 triples,
Damn!
20 home runs,
Little beetle bug out there.
and 77 RBI. Of course, goes without saying, he led the league in caught stealing with that Stark Industries Jericho missile attached to his right shoulder. Talking about Pudge's greatness just feels like beating a dead horse. We know he's the best, man. We all have eyeballs.
Yeah.
Despite powerhouse bats around him like Juan Gonzalez and Rusty Greer loading up and then clearing the bases, the running theme continues as the Rangers played below 500 baseball and finished third in the division due to the shittiest pitching west of the Mississippi. 13th in the American League. There's only 14 teams. Thanks, Bush.
Sell the team.
Oh my lord,
Please don't do it to Tom Hicks.
that caught stealing rate you'd mentioned that he led the American League, and I believe the league in was 57%.
Whoa.
More often than not, you would get caught, and that was in the middle of a 6-year run where he led the American League. Only one of those years was under 50%, and it was 48.7. The last year was a 60.3% caught stealing rate.
Oh my God. It was like that last year. They were like, I think he's lost a step. Oh, nope. Never mind.
He ended his career. Sorry, there's more. Never mind. I mean, no, he did. He ended his career when he was in Washington. WSN. That's Washington, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. At 52% caught stealing rate.
Yeah, he had the rocket right till the end, man.
Yeah, man. Fun story, and I think we may have told this before. I didn't bring it up. I think one of y'all brought it up. But the statue of Pudge that sits outside of our ballpark is not one that we made. He himself had it commissioned. It was in his backyard collecting dust and asked us if we wanted it when we were building the new ballpark. We were like, hell yeah.
Save us some money.
What?
Yeah.
It was
That was his bust.
It was his bust. He created it.
So
Bro, you gotta be as like.
we made a statue for Nolan Ryan and didn't make another one for a player till Beltray.
I gotta sit down someday and like come up with like the bottom tier person. It's like, okay, you can erect a statue at your home
Oh no, we did
and not be a dick. You know what I mean?
Neffy, Neftali Feliz and
Benji Molina.
yeah, Benji
Where's
Molina
that one at?
hugging each other. That one's at the old ballpark now. They moved that one across the street.
It's not at the new one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, interesting. And then, of course, there's Tom Vandergriff.
Yeah.
And then,
Like, there's got to be a
are they
specific.
going to move the Rangers fan statue?
That one's at the old ballpark
Yeah.
as well.
Like,
I mean, whenever they
I guess tear it
eventually
down.
knock it down,
they'll move it.
yeah, they'll move
Because
it.
that one's always, they'd be real, almost like,
The Shannon Stone.
yeah, it'd be
one,
bad to not.
Yeah, it's some bad juju.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a specific level of greatness that you have to achieve before you can have
Commission your own.
No,
Yeah.
it's easy. All you
You know
got to
what I
do
mean?
is be pro segregation.
Oh.
Get your statue at the ballpark real quick.
Right?
Lord.
Right. It's like, did we commission any of the fucking statues for this stadium? Did we just take everybody else's statues and cobble them together out front?
At least Beltray's bat didn't break.
Yeah. God, that was so funny. It has almost come to an end, fellas. We're at the very last position that we can do for Beast of the Best.
Notorious for success for the Rangers, right?
Yeah, and it's funny that positionally in numbers, it is the number 1 position on your scorecards. That is the pitcher, the old hurler,
The old belly itcher.
That's right.
No,
All
we
right.
want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
They've usually been belly
There's
itchers.
been a lot of belly
Yes.
itchers in our franchise. Chan-Ho Park
Ugh.
will not be making an appearance on today's list.
No, he will not. All right, so kicking this one off is Tony with the third best. Who is it?
There's a lot of pitchers that are not on the 3 we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
that I was shocked.
Yeah, like despite us not having
Only one
a
of these
bunch
makes
of
sense.
them that should be on this list, there's we should have been able to name those 3.
Yeah.
And it's none of these 3 people.
I don't think I would have been able to name these 3.
Not even mine. I mean, he's the
Maybe-
old, he's the
maybe
old
yours.
guy.
Yeah.
Maybe yours.
maybe
but,
yours.
But
But the
even
other
then,
2.
like I feel like there's some contemporaries that should have knocked him off by now.
Yeah,
We'll see about that.
we will.
Wait till I
right.
tell you about Fergie. Oh, I'm ruining it.
Oh,
Y'all knew he was coming.
shame, shame. Flog this man. So, anyways, number 3, my lord.
Number three.
At 7.7 WAR, the third best pitching WAR performance for a Texas Rangers pitcher belongs to Lance Lynn in 2019.
That big boy was good.
He was good.
It was good. You know, I better not remember. So I know we're supposed to be talking about 2019 Lance Lynn, and we'll get there. But looking at these stats, St. Louis Lance Lynn does not get enough credit.
He won the World Series against us. He gets plenty of credit.
2014, he pitched over 200 innings
Damn.
with a 2.74 ERA.
Damn.
No All-Star, and not one vote on the Cy Young ballot.
How?
That's disrespectful. I know David Price won it that year in the AL, but I can't. Oh, that was Clayton Kershaw.
I'm sure it was. Yeah.
That was like sub 2 ERA Clayton Kershaw.
I'm sure that's Kershaw, Scherzer. You know.
Like that's probably Kershaw getting the first, second, and third place vote from every writer. So
He had 2 complete games in 2014 too,
man,
and one
like-
of them was a
not bad.
complete game shutout.
Dominated. Had like 16 wins, I think.
Yep,
dang.
15.
15, okay.
But yeah,
I thought he was washed when we signed him after his disastrous
Yep, me too.
2018 season between Minnesota and New York with a
Yeah.
5+ ERA. Mm-hmm. But dude regained form immediately and had a really solid year. He finished 5th in the Cy Young, pitched 208 innings, like the
Nice.
true workhorse we all hated in St. Louis. Although his WAR being this high, with 16 wins and a 3.7 ERA, seems like a lot of luck came into play. But we'll take it however we can get it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
This guy is frustrating to analyze. I cannot justifiably explain why he's so effective.
The only thing with him that I could think of is Bro was not afraid to attack you with fastballs, but like still, even then, it wasn't the super overpowering fastball.
His velocity on every pitch in his arsenal is below league average, and his movement is only above average on his sinker,
Oh, wow.
which is not even a plus overall pitch for him.
So we're talking like he should be middling.
Yes,
Yeah.
he should be. He should be served. I mean, he's serving up room temperature fastballs.
I wonder if this is one of those, like, you know, when you're a professional athlete, there's like this XY axis where you cross at this one point where, you know, your best peak athletic ability is usually early on in your career, but your understanding of the game and mental aptitude is best later in your career. And at one point, they cross paths.
Yeah.
I wonder if this was that point for Lance Lynn.
So he serves up low 90s fastballs, and his chart shows consistently throwing middle up in the meat of the batter's box.
Not afraid, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't know how his fastball is in the 98th percentile in pitch value.
But that's the good way, right?
Yes, yes.
What the hell?
Truly inexplicable, but he does it year in and year out. Even when he's not pitching particularly well, his fastball is always lethal.
That's crazy.
There's something very old school and lunch pail about Lance Lynn that I've
Yeah.
always respected. I'm surprised he made this list until I checked the stats. Dude was legit this season. Plus, we suck at pitching until the last couple of years. So it makes sense that he was able to crawl his way up to number 3 here.
Had 18 wild pitches that year. That's so many. That's so many. The next highest is 7 back in 2014.
Oh my God.
My God.
The dude was just flanging it. Damn, man, 141 ERA plus.
Mm-hmm.
And no nods for any awards. That's ridiculous.
Perpetually undervalued.
Speaking of perpetually undervalued,
Wait, let me guess.
Oh, say.
so Fergie. Fergie
Piss my
Lucius.
pants on stage.
1974.
I remember it fondly.
7.7 WAR. Tied Mr. Lance Lynn, but we're putting him second because it's Fergie Jenkins.
Yeah.
So that year, he went 25-2. I'm sorry, 25-12.
Jeez.
But still, 25. That's wins. 25 wins. He won 25 games.
Oh my God.
So many.
I mean, this was the olden days, but this was good even for the olden days.
Look at all these complete games.
Yes. He threw, of those, how many starts he had? So he had
40?
He started 41 games that year, and he had 29 complete games.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
Wait. How many innings?
328 and a third
Oh
innings.
my God.
That's a lot of innings.
And it didn't even lead the American League.
Old school.
Like, he owes them rent for the amount of time he was on the mound.
Yeah.
Hit 225 strikeouts to only 45 walks.
Jeez.
Just mowing them down.
Dude, that is elite.
And he had 6 of those complete games were shutouts.
My God, that's the most in his career. Or no, sorry, he had one. He
think
had
he had
7.
7? Okay.
7 in with the Cubs in '69.
So while technically this is second place on our list, this is the true best performance from a Texas Ranger pitcher.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And it's much cooler that it came from one of the legendary Black Aces. So I think there's only 6 or 7 of them, and it's defined as a black starting pitcher who I think won at least 20 games is how they define it.
Okay.
And the most recent one to have done it, I believe, was David Price. But was it CC might have gotten it at one point, and then was it Dontrell Willis, like an 03 guy with the
bet.
I
Marlins?
bet it was. Yeah,
D-Train was wild there
yeah.
for a minute.
he was.
So, but it's a very, very exclusive group of pitchers, and Fergie may be the best of them.
What?
Who else? Who am I missing?
Homeboy from the Mets?
Dwight Gooden. Yeah.
Did he have the longevity? He may have had the best season though. That's for damn
Yeah.
sure.
He
That like 15 WAR season he had in '86.
Doc played 16 years.
Yeah, but how many of those were cocaine riddled?
Throw a ball fast.
Well, he's not better than Bob Gibson.
Oh no, you're right. Bob Gibson's the GOAT. You're right. Okay. So, I will never understate how important the 1974 season was to baseball remaining in North Texas long term, because if your first 2 years of having baseball in your city include back-to-back 100-loss seasons, people are not going to be very interested in the product you have to put on the field.
That's true.
Literally, the first sellout was what we had to do was pick an 18-year-old out of high school and say, "Go pitch, go get him, Tiger."
Go ruin your life.
Yeah, go ruin your life. And he did. God. So, but that year the Rangers won 84 games, which was not crazy, but they finished in second place, which is pretty dang good. Fergie was definitely the MVP of that team, even though the actual AL MVP was also on that team in Jeff Burrows. But he had a lower WAR because we've already talked about Jeff Burrows that year.
We did.
His WAR was definitely not 7.7. So, but yeah, like we said earlier, 29 complete games and 6 shutouts are absolutely insane by today's standards.
Oh, yeah.
And we're even a lead at the time. And I'm pretty sure those are both still team records. And I think those will both stand in perpetuity.
I feel like you're lucky to see any pitcher these days go 7 innings. Go
Yes.
7 full innings.
They
It's
said-
I guarantee you,
rare.
there's going to be guys from this era who get into the Hall of Fame who don't have 29 complete games in their careers.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. I saw a stat the other day. They were talking about exactly what you're just saying, 7 innings. So pitchers to pitch 7 or more innings as a percentage of their starts is at an all-time low this year so far.
Wow.
And that percentage, for the first time, has fallen below 10%. 9%.
Holy crap.
9%. And as recently, it went back like, I think to the mid-80s. And back then it was like over 40%.
Damn.
So we've gone from,
Jeez.
pretty much half the pitchers going at least 7 innings to less than 1 in 10.
That's freaking ridiculous.
But when you pitch 29...
pitching so fast.
the ball go far. So a great example of his grit that year came on June 17th, 1974, when he pitched 10 innings in a loss to the Tigers.
What?
The man faced 40 batters that game.
Holy crap.
Oh, and a L.
And an L.
Ugh.
So he gave up 6 runs, which it looks like basically the game was tied 4-4 after 9, and then he gave up 2 runs in the 10th to end it. But, you're going 10 innings, like, you're a gritty guy. So he finished second in the Cy Young Award race that year, which is the second time that's happened in Rangers history, with the other being Darvish in 2013. I wanted to take a real quick look at the 1974 AL Cy Young race because this is one of the best ever.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look at all these guys on this list.
So it was a 3-way race when really it should have been 4 or 5-way, right?
Yeah.
But the guy that won...
That's hot.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So Catfish Hunter won for the mighty Oakland A's that year. He went 25-12 as well.
Damn.
But he had a 2.49 ERA.
Damn.
Pitched fewer innings, but his WHIP was 0.986. He had ERA plus
Ooh,
134.
wow.
So Fergie finishes in second place, 7.7 WAR, 25-12, 29 complete games. Nolan Ryan finished in third.
Yep.
He had 5.9 WAR. He went 22-16.
That's probably his best Cy Young finish.
It's got to be up
Ryan,
there.
yeah.
2.89 ERA from Nolan Ryan's really good. He led the league in innings pitched that year with 332. He also led the league in strikeouts with 367,
Oh my
which
God.
I believe that's the year he broke the single season strikeout record. And he also led the league in batters faced, 1,392. Which you walk a lot of guys. He also led the league in walks, 202, which is probably what kept him from winning the Cy Young, I'm sure. But so as far as first place votes go, there's a big drop off after Nolan Ryan when you get down to Gaylord Perry, who led the league in WAR at 8.5.
8.5.
He went 21-13, which is insane. He had a 2.51 ERA. That man pitched 322 innings. Jesus.
Good God.
He struck out 216 to only 99 walks, and his ERA plus, which led the league at 1.44, and not to mention Luis Tiant for the freaking Red Sox went 22-13 with 7.7 WAR, the same as Fergie Jenkins. We're into the 5th place finisher here, and he also has a 7 WAR season, also won 20 games. Like, these pitchers in the AL in the middle of the 70s were an absolute juggernaut that stands out in like the history of the league. There's been, pitching heydays where, the pitchers were better than the hitters and vice versa, like the steroid era, not good for pitchers. But the 70s is like probably the best for the AL, even going back to probably the dead ball era. Yes, you have to go that far back to when pitchers you didn't have this gauntlet of pitching.
Damn.
It is insane. 6th place, Mike Collier or Coolier, however you say that he also won 20 games.
Yep, he did. He had the best winning percentage.
Yeah, 22-10. Just insane. Like, all of these dudes are winning the Cy Young unanimously today. All of them.
It's so sad to think that, like, you're never going to see guys like this anymore. You're not going to see anybody even come close to these numbers anymore.
Given the only guy on this list that probably had modern velocity was Nolan, but
Yeah.
as I have to beat into the head of every old baseball fan ever, not every pitcher was Nolan Ryan.
Right.
He was the literal exception to the rule. They made up that saying for Nolan Ryan.
That's right. Dude played 50
Yeah,
years.
everyone's be like, Nolan Ryan could do it. Nolan Ryan did a lot of things no one could do.
Yeah.
Like striking out 5,700 guys.
Golly.
Anyway, Fergie Jenkins, GOAT pitcher, but we're not done.
We are not done. I will take you to the best.
It's not.
Oddly
It's not
the
him.
best.
It's not him. It's
Yeah.
not him. Nope. Also not him.
Yep. Oddly the best pitching performance in a single season with 8.0 WAR belongs to Mike Minor.
Yay!
In 2019, I cannot believe this guy is at the top of this list, but here he is anyway.
What the hell?
You thought we were done talking about 2019? Nope.
So his 8.0 WAR not only led the American League, but led the entire league with Texas teammate Lance Lynn in tow, who had the second best WAR for the American League and league-wide. So this was Minor's second and last full season with the Rangers before being dealt to Oakland in 2020 for regular cash, international bonus pool cash, Marcus Smith, and Dustin Harris.
Oh, that's how Dustin Harris got here.
So Mike's 3.59 ERA was not the best in his career, it was third best, but his 208 and a third innings pitched was the highest in his career in 2019. Same goes for his 200 even strikeouts.
Controversially.
Yes. He logged a 4.25 FIP.
Ask
That
me
is
if I care.
Fielding independent pitching.
That FIP's pretty high, especially for the WAR.
Yes, I know. And a 1.238
also
whip.
pretty
Also really
high.
high. He had 8.6 K through 9, which is good, but it's not great, but it's good. Both the whip and K per 9 were middle of the pack for him career-wise.
How does he accumulate this WAR?
I know. And while his home runs per 9 was fourth lowest in his career at 1.3, he
Okay.
gave up a career-high 30
Well, damn.
bombs. Right, I don't understand where all the WAR's coming from. So he also had 2.9 walks per 9. Again, middle of the pack for his career. And then issued a career-high walk 68. What? What is happening? These stats don't make any f***ing sense. This season, this was Minor's first and only All-Star appearance, and he even ranked 8th in the Cy Young voting. But in an All-Star game where Justin Verlander, Masahiro Tanaka, Jose Barrios, Lucas Giolito, Shane Bieber, Liam Hendricks, Shane Green, Brad Hand, and Aroldis Chapman found themselves on the bump, Minor did not.
Multiple Shanes got in the game before him.
Multiple Shanes. So his stats against batters, like batting average, on base percent, home run percentage, all ranked in the middle of his career accolades, while slugging against, OPS against, his strikeout percentage and walk percentage were all third or fourth best in his career, not even tops. On to some splits. Nope. So he was also an extreme ground ball pitcher to the tune of 40.6%, the second best in his career.
Okay, that's good.
And had the lowest hard hit percentage of his career that season at 33.4 and a whopping 3.0 WPA. Also the best in his career.
So they didn't hit it that hard, but when they did, they fucking smoked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on to some splits. He was far better on the road with a 2.99 ERA against a 4.31 ERA at home.
It was the ballpark.
Yes, it was. He was much better in the first half of the season with 2.54 ERA against a 4.93 ERA in the second half. April, May, and June, he had sub-3 ERAs. That's including a 1.7 in June.
Bro was cooking in June.
Uh-huh. So Minor threw 2 complete games in 2019. The second was in June against the Tigers, giving up only 1 run. And the first was his fourth was his fourth start of the season. It was against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, which was a complete game shutout. And then outside divisional opponents, he struck out the Boston Red Sox the most with 15 strikeouts in 2 starts, where in August went 8 innings, struck out 6, and in June almost went the distance with 8 2/3 innings and struck out 9. Mike Minor, everybody. He's there. Somehow.
Just like we all scripted it.
But he's there.
So to put a bow on the beast of the best, our friends at Baseball Reference have put together a list of the top all-time 24 players. And they do this for every team on their front page of their team's page on the Baseball Reference.
There were so many periods.
So they put together a list of the top 24 players on every franchise's homepage. And I decided we could take a look at the top 24 players in Rangers history.
Everyone's photos in color.
They sure are.
They sure are.
A couple of them barely, but
Yeah.
it looks like it's being ranked on WAR.
Yeah.
So starting out as the 24th best player in Texas Rangers history is none other than Farid U. Darvish
Yes.
at 18.6 WAR.
Mm-hmm.
Number 23. I'm surprised he wasn't on our pitchers list. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Ruben Sierra's number 23.
Hey, we talked about him.
Number 22, Julio Franco. Number 21 is, as the Mets broadcasters like to refer to him as, the corpse of Marcus Semien. 21.2 WAR with the Rangers, though. Damn, dude. That's a lot for 4 years.
Accumulated that pretty quick,
That was only 4 years with us, man. That was really good. You guys remember Ken McMullen, right?
Ken McMullen. He doesn't even have a Rangers hat on.
I don't even know if he played for the Rangers.
I
If
don't-
he was straight Senators.
Right.
I think he's the only straight Senator on this list. Number 19,
There's a lot of gay senators.
I was about to say.
Mark Teixeira.
Yeah, Big Tex. We talked about him.
21.5. Number 19. Number 18, Fergie Jenkins.
Yep.
21.9. Did that in like only 5 years or so with us. Number 17, a guy who did not get mentioned on our list, but is duly noted in Rangers history, Rusty Greer. 22.4.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy named Josh Hamilton as 23 even WAR with the Rangers. He's really good. Number 15, Corey Seager, already 15th on this list. 23.1 WAR.
This is the only guy who can move up.
For real. No, yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yep, he's the only guy who can move up.
Marcus Semien gone. And next on his list to pass, which he will likely do this season. Hey, and I guess at this point we could say he's officially the best shortstop in Rangers history, right? If he passes A-Rod
Yeah.
in career WAR.
Yeah,
It's
A-Rod.
going to take a few more years, but don't get side-eyed from Tony. Well, speaking of former Rangers shortstops, number 13 on the list, 25.9 career WAR is the captain himself, Michael Young. Number 14 number 12. What the? Did I skip somebody?
Are they tied?
No. Michael Young is 13.
yeah.
I'm sorry. 12 on this list is a very brief Texas Ranger, but probably the best Washington Senator overall, Frank Howard.
All right.
Yeah, hit the first home run in Texas Rangers history.
Look out, Frank.
Speaking of power, number 11, Elvis Andrews.
I was like, wait, what?
30.1 WAR.
Yeah.
Number 10, not the highest pitcher on this list, but we're almost there.
You gotta know
When to hold 'em. Know when to throw a perfect game. 31.4 WAR for cameraman pushing Kenny
I was gonna
Rogers.
say, no when to beat up the camera guy.
We're in the top 10 now.
Oh, yeah, top
number
10.
9, Juan Gonzalez. 31.9.
He hates us.
That's Chuck Morgan's favorite. If you ask him what his favorite
That's the
person to
number
call,
one.
that's the one he does.
That's
Number
his favorite.
19.
Juan Gonzalez. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Number 8, shortstop extraordinaire. Oh, he's got to pass this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's not there yet. Toby Hara. I think it's Hara, but actually I have no idea how to pronounce.
Hurrah!
Hurrah! Hoorah!
It's got to be Hera.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Harrod.
All right. Now the true pitching goat for the Texas Rangers.
Yep.
And by means of just pitching innings and more innings, half the innings in the 80s for the Rangers were pitched by this man, I believe, Charlie Huff.
Yeah.
32.6 career WAR with the Rangers. Oh, we just talked about this guy. Speaking of war machine, Jim Sundberg, 34.7.
Ooh, just outside the top
Just
5
outside.
by 0.3 points.
Bet a lot of people didn't think this guy was going to be number 5, though.
Nope.
Ian Kinsler, 35-0 war with us.
Jeez.
Those pop-ups are worth something.
Yeah.
Like, if you would have told me he was on this list, I probably would have guessed like 16 or
Yeah,
something like
definitely
that.
not
But
top 5.
Number 4, the second best third baseman in Rangers history, Buddy Bell, 36.3 war with the Rangers. Budrick. Number 3, the third most war all time with the Texas Rangers, Hall of Famer, Adrian Beltre.
Yeah.
The best third baseman.
Yep.
The best third baseman. I wonder if he's got to be like third or second or third on Chuck's list of like Adrian Beltre. That one rang real well too. This guy we talked about several times. Number 2 in war.
Much to Tony's protest.
Rafael Palmeiro. Notice who's not on this list though. Will Clark. Take that.
Yeah.
44.6 war. And we all know who number 1 is. It's no question who this guy was going to be. At a cool 50.0 war, which means no Ranger did ever actually accumulate that Hall of Fame number of 60 war with us.
Yeah.
Pudge Rodriguez.
Woohoo!
50 war. Woo!
It is now time to step into the office of the assistant to the assistant GM, Tony Cook.
Crowd goes wild.
He's so sexy. He's so sexy.
Take your shirt off. Okay, the pants down too.
There are no rules. There's one rule.
There's one rule. So, we've approached this subject several times, and the reason I'm bringing it back up is because I believe I've been too lax on the subject, and
It's time for C-Team Mount Rushmore.
I'm starting to crack down a little bit.
It's the Mavericks.
We're going to lock it in. Lock it up. Lock it up.
Hey, we drafted Caleb Downs.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did. I forgot about that. We should mention that. Yeah,
I just want to say, solving a Rubik's Cube in under a minute, while impressive, is not a feat of intelligence. What a Rubik's Cube is memorizing patterns. Once you memorize the pattern, you know how to fix the cube. It's not like doing math or anything like that. Anyway, proceed. It was just getting on my nerves. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at this! Look what he could do! Look how smart he is!"
Who is anybody to define what intelligence is? A memory
Definitely
pattern
not Rubik's
recognition,
Cube.
That's definitely intelligence.
What, solving a Rubik's Cube?
Yes.
How
It's memorized. It's literally memorizing
Okay,
patterns.
that's intelligence. Not just problem solving is intelligence.
No,
it's all intelligence.
Anybody with enough patience can learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. You just gotta.
Give me a fucking break.
I'm just saying. I couldn't solve one right now, but I've learned the patterns in the past, and it was shockingly easy.
Statler and Waldorf over here.
What I was planning to talk about in this segment was sports betting, gambling.
Oh, okay.
Before he pissed me off.
I won a little money a couple weeks ago on sports betting.
Oh yeah,
I sure did.
I took a survey from
Feels
Major League
good,
Baseball.
doesn't it? Let the fucking dopamine wash over you.
That's right.
So, I've been pretty lax on this subject in the past. I'm like, hey, slap on the wrist, let folks live their life. They're adults, But there's a lot of money at stake, and there's a lot of money at stake with younger and younger athletes.
Getting death threats and stuff.
Mm.
And, I feel like a lot of the reasons that I was lax on this particular subject is the same reason that a lot of people my age and younger have been lax on it. We just don't have the life experiences to draw on to see the drawbacks of sports betting being so intimately close to the players actually involved in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't alive in the 80s when the mob controlled college basketball.
Yeah.
I didn't see the problems with Pete Rose, and neither did most of the people playing or even coaching in sports today. And I think a lot of that has been lost. The potential impact that has, and on the integrity of your sport that you're trying to present, and how that integrity is the only thing holding this facade together. People
Just ask Kennesaw Mountain Landis.
the pin will drop, and people will be like, "This is not real. This is too scripted. There's too many hands in this. I don't believe it anymore," and they won't watch it.
And I mean, of all of the script writing accusations, is it the worst in the NBA? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where fans calling to questioning. I mean, just look at the Cooper flag thing, man.
It's the most
It's
easy.
sketchy.
God, yeah.
It's the most easy to manipulate, and that I'm talking about like on
court,
the
yeah.
floor, like in between the whistles, kind of stuff. It's just the easiest to manipulate, but.
Oh, you mean I just got to miss the shot?
But like the issues with the kid from Texas Tech, the quarterback, have y'all heard about that?
I haven't.
So
No.
Brendan Sorsby was like a 5-star quarterback who he's been to a couple of different schools now. He started at Indiana, went to Cincinnati, played really well, and he earned like a $5+ million NIL deal with Texas Tech for this next season.
That's bitching.
And during the offseason, he became under investigation by the NCAA for placing bets while he was at Indiana when he was like a 19-year-old. Which is, you have to be 21 to play sports bets in the state of Indiana and in the state of Ohio.
Dang, they're just getting them on age alone, not even legality.
Yeah.
And it was thousands and thousands. Like the guy,
thousands of bets for thousands of dollars.
yes, and there hasn't been an official. These are the official results of our investigation, and this is what's going to be the punishment kind of thing. But he's already checked himself into rehab for
wow.
sports betting addiction.
So you're coming at the
So-
angle of how this is affecting the athletes themselves not throwing the games, but like in their literal mental health and how they approach gambling.
All of it. It's just a lot more involved than I had given it credit for.
This podcast brought to you by FanDuels.
Yeah. But he's going to have to give back his whole NIL bonus now because he's not going to play. He's going to be ruled ineligible indefinitely.
So it's not even like
Until
a 1 year. It's like you can come back when we're.
No, it's going to be like you're going to have to hope for the supplemental draft in the NFL and they give you a chance because you're never going to play college sports again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's one of those.
That's okay.
And I assure you he's not the only one. Like, there's not even close to being the only one.
No way.
So the tricky thing with it is like, it's like, oh man, that really sucks. He's so young. He has his whole life ahead of him. But at the same time, I'm like, like you were saying earlier, the integrity of these sports is of just paramount importance. Like once that's gone, then why are we watching? Yeah. I'm not interested in it works in some sports like wrestling and whatnot, but I don't want kayfabe to baseball.
You can't afford to do a case-by-case basis. You can't afford to look at this stuff in a vacuum. It is a zero-tolerance policy.
Because of what it is.
It is the slipperiest of slopes.
You got to shoeless Joe Jackson him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really do. Like, that's always, the Suitless Joe, the Pete Rose stuff has always seemed so incredibly harsh to me.
But
I get it.
That's why there's not.
It has to be.
That's why there's not 1,000 baseball players banned for life, is because they saw that happen to Shoeless and Pete, and they're like, if it can happen to Pete, and then you go soft on Ohtani, and all of a sudden you got these guys.
And
like
it's
Klaus said.
one thing that I really haven't thought about, or at least talked about, is the fact that you're apart from the elite billionaire class, you're talking about the most competitive people.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like giving them a loaded handgun, man. It's just like that thing's gonna go off, man. Like this, you cannot have these two worlds intermingled the way that we are allowing that to happen right now.
It's asking
And
for it.
all of these leagues are just getting in bed with it. They just see green. They just see dollar signs, and it's gonna cost them. It's immediate help that's gonna cause long-term issues that they're gonna have to address.
It is blowing my mind that baseball is like damn near leading the charge in this too.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how in
They're
bed
the
baseball
ones
is
that's
with
been
betting.
around long enough to know.
Yeah.
The one of the things that bothers me the most too is just like the hypocrisy of it, like knowing how bad and detrimental it is to the core integrity of your sport. Meanwhile, you've got stadiums and patches and stuff that are brought to you by FanDuel and all of the other, sports betting apps and even casinos and naming your stadiums after casinos and stuff.
There was a video, and if I can find it, I'll email you the link so we can maybe put it in the show notes. But I think it was a year or two ago, the Dodgers were playing on the road, and they were leaving, and they're getting onto their bus to go to the hotel. And, this is one of those prime times where fans kind of line up, catch it for some autographs and whatnot. And Max Muncy's getting onto the bus, and I guess he had a bad performance because there was a fan that had bet some money on him, and he let him know. And he was bad word after bad word. I hope you delete yourself and all of that stuff. And there's kids around, and there's this guy doing that. And Max Muncy just like kind of stops and looks at him. And I can only imagine what's going through Max Muncy's head. There's one there. Hey man, there's kids here too. It's like this is a game. We are playing a game.
And I am a human being.
Yes. And it's just like
it's the same vibe as people yelling at football players for not scoring an extra touchdown or whatever
or
for
scoring
their
the touchdown.
For their fantasy
the
team. Yeah.
But yeah, and then the integration into the broadcasts where it's like, because I get sent these surveys from Major League Baseball all the time. We value your feedback. And one of the things I always strongly disagree with is when they mention that they're like, how do you feel about the integration of, gambling lines and whatnot into the sports broadcast? And I'm like, this is the worst thing you could do.
Yes.
I'm like, this is terrible. I hate this. I'm like, I want to watch, I'm not against sports betting in general. If you want to be able to bet on the game, that's fine. I don't want that shoved in my face. I want it to be a pure fan experience, not I have money on this experience.
It's just pure greed.
Yeah.
Both industries were more than healthy when they were apart, just living off of each other.
Yeah.
While their backs were turned to each other. This grouping together is nothing but greed.
Yeah, there's no other way to.
And it's going to soil both industries.
Yeah, there's just the idea of the pure fandom gets tarnished by where it's like, no, I only get off to sports if I've got money on it, not just because that's my team and that's my city.
Yeah.
So.
And then they won't get off at all.
Thank you, dear listener, for playing along on another episode of The Ranger Zone. It always means a great deal that you take the time to spend the time with us. The take a penny, leave a penny jars at gas stations that now have become paperweights.
I was going to say, is it take a nickel, leave a nickel now?
Right, yeah. As always, you can keep up with us, trying to keep up with social media on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Ranger Zone Pod. That is at Ranger Zone Pod. We're worth a follow for the nonsense alone, and of course, just listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. Thank you again. This has been the Ranger Zone, and I have been Ravi Belusic.
I have been Chris Green.
I have been Tony Cook.
And that's the way the baseball go.